Yes, guys, welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102. Network Old Timers Part 5. So, we did this stream earlier on, myself and Andy. We concluded Season 6. And I don't want to go on too much about it, because I think if I was in Andy's shoes, I'd be fucking livid. Andy claimed the UEFA Cup with Liverpool. 1 minute, guys. Grace, put a tea bag in that.
Why?
Because it looks weak. Andy finished the UEFA Cup. For me, we literally did what I didn't expect. We did it all. We won it all. We won the FA Cup, the League Cup, and of course, at the very, very end there, we smashed Man United in the Champions League final. Since the stream, funnily enough, because I've been out and about and I've been doing some bits, I have actually been communicating with Andy and getting perspectives on the game. And it's really interesting. It really is an interesting concept. People's theories, people's concepts. I've got my, and I'm sure we've all got it. We've all got it. There's no doubt about it. Let's minimise this shit. We don't want that stuff. So this probably won't be the greatest stream in the world in respect of action, because it's going to be about deals. Andy, I saw you'd gone for this Italian guy. I didn't actually see how much you'd gone. And he looks all right, don't he? He looks all right. Thank you. Shut the door, please. And I was considering making a bid, but then I wasn't 100%. I've made bids. Van der Meijden's another one I would like to get. I think what I'm wanting a winger. We've got plenty of money now, it would appear. Now, remember, I said to you before about the undersoil heating. What's the bet? We're going to end up paying out for undersoil heating again. I don't doubt. In fact, what we will do, though, Let's board confidence this and request an expansion on the... I think we need to do this, don't we? Let's expand. Let's see if they'll give us it. Let's see if they'll give us it. You'd feel that they will. He's made another 8 million. They don't believe. Right, they don't believe it needs expanding. Well, fuck you. Silly cunts. Yeah, you know what, right? It's going to be very difficult to determine next season where we go. Let me remind you, we have got a regen arriving. This is, of course, this can only be one regen. Who could be a defensive midfield / striker Welsh player? The Mark Hughes regen, although the injury prone to 15, is very, very worrying. It is worrying. It's not going to cost us much, 1.9. And he probably won't be starting anyway, to be honest with you. I think our contract expiry they're not great, are they? Luca Toni 09. Oh, Hagen's only on 08. But Dean Williams. I knew I gave him a new 2-year deal, Dean Williams. He's fine to stay as he is. It probably won't be the greatest stream in respect of game time and action and that sort of stuff. It'll be very, very it'll be very restricted, if anything, to be honest with you. But we were going to play a game, and Annie says about she's doing something, so I've got a window if I want to do a video or a stream. Here we are. But, so if anybody has got any ideas, right, remember now, we are 6 years into the game. Season 7 is almost upon us. Let me know if you've got any tips. Somebody may say, well, what do you need? Do you know what? I would like anything, to be honest with you. I would like anything. I mean, if we look at my team, I'm going to stay with the same formation. That's definite. Chottis is still going to be an undisputed number 1 goalkeeper. He's played in every single game for me this season. 68 games played. That is crazy. Stuart Taylor's probably going to be my backup, as will Dean Williams. I've got no intentions to play a backup goal to change goalkeepers. Defenders is an interesting one. I feel that maybe we're going to need a central defender. We're going to need a real strong defender. I think Iga Biscan, we can't be 100%, can we, with his injuries. Hagen is possibly going to leave. I think there's no doubt that Hagen's going to leave. I would like to get, I think, a new defender. And I may have to think about offloading some defenders as well. It's a tricky one. It's going to be a tricky one. In terms of DMC Medina isn't the greatest. He's had 12 starts. 700. That's pretty fucking shit. I mean, Dabo's been the main man for me in defensive midfield, 12 assists, but, I'm not even playing. I think this is the interesting thing, right, is it's been said, and I agree, that the DMC is very much an overpowered position in CM. Now, I've played that formation all season long, and I've not played, essentially, a DMC. All I've got is I've got an MC who's running back when we haven't got the ball. So that just proves, I suppose, to quite an extent. I do want to, I'm not going to do this on stream, but I do want to go through all my attributes and just check it against people's. I think Biscan could quite easily play in DMC, but I think Biscan's such a strong centre-half. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let me just check and look for a central defender then. In fact, we were already looking for one, weren't we? So we were looking for somebody with... although I'm missing an attribute there. Which attribute am I missing? Jumping, bravery, marking. Jumping... Right, okay. Position, oh, it's consistency. Oh, okay, well, I can't do much on that. Because you can't put that on the filter, can you? But I can see it. So, Michael Dewberry, Sammy Hoopier, Taribo West, Craig Moore, Mega Dante's arrived in the house. Hello, Mr. Dante. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Dante? We've got Portugal open, so 715 on this guy. He's very prolific. He don't look that great though, does he? But you know, the attributes tick a lot of what I want. They do tick a lot of what I want. So I'd quite like to maybe, I don't know. Let's put in a bid. Let's put in a cheeky bid of £2.8 million, because you never know. Ugo Ekiogwa, these are all old. Yeah, they're all really old players. Paulo Montero, fuck me. With him and Rustico, can you imagine red cards? All we need is fucking Vieira, Keane and Edgar Davids, and we're sorted. Hope you're well, Mr. Dante. Nothing else really. I mean, I think what we need to do is possibly do that. Yeah, so we'll see what we get. Let's lower these down to 15 then. And see if we can come up with anything. Chivu, we got an offer in for Chivu. Rock Jr. There's nobody really. I mean, he's not too bad. That's, of course, Andy's old player at Southampton. He's still there at Southampton. And also because I'm looking at DMC as well, you see. So he would be actually a very good player. So we're going to chuck an £8 million bid in for him. Don't think we've got anything else really of interest. We've got a few offers in for some players that's you know, catching my attention. Johnny Woodgate, I don't know. We have got a bid in for, I think, for Rio Ferdinand. I thought we put in a bid for Rio Ferdinand. In fact, I'm sure we put in a bid for Rio Ferdinand. What the fuck? Or maybe not. What made me think we did? Not quite sure what happened there. I could have fucking sworn we did. Really could have sworn we put in an offer for Rio Ferdinand. Do you know what, right? I've got this gut feeling that I did, and for whatever reason I've taken him off my shortlist. No, maybe. Oh, well, no. I'm just fucking blind, aren't I? I'm just thick as shit. Okay, so we're also looking at a right winger now. I've got a couple of options that I'm going for. I don't believe for 1 minute Andy would stream snipe, so I'm more than confident. I trust him. I trust him. And I think I might sell him Maximum Sigalko in exchange for Michael Owen if he would look to accept. Well, he's going for the... I'm not going to go for this forward. I do like him, and the only reason I'm keeping track of him is because if Andy decides to pull out and then he becomes really unhappy, then who knows? I mean, it's 10 million. He's a non-EU. Sorry, he's an EU, which is obviously a massive thing. I mean, Brozek and Mido have done phenomenal for me. Cannot grumble. We've got Hulse, who's ready to step in. This is a guy that I'm looking at. We've got a few. So, Jerome Rotham... yes, he's 29. You can probably see why I'm looking at him, can't you? 18 assists last season, and he's a natural left winger. Gonna put in a fresh bid of 10 million. He is 29 years of age, though. That is a worry. Andy van der Meijden is another one I'd like to get. He's definitely somebody I'd like to try and acquire, and I think we're gonna go for £10.5 million for him. Let's see. You never know. You never know. Rocha rejected. I'm not 100% sure about him, to be honest with you. Do you know what? They're not playing ball, are they? They're not playing ball for him. 50 million. For some reason, what's that say? For some reason, I can't comment on my other YouTube app. Mr. Dante, I have not got a fucking clue. Not a Scooby-Doo on why it'd be. Have you been naughty on that other app? Tell me the truth. Tell me the fucking truth. Don't lie to me now. I think maybe it's time for us to accept that Jonas London is done. So I'm going to look to sell Jonas London. I think he's just let me down this season. But I'm not going to transfer list him until we go over the turn of June, because I don't want that money to be risked of going to those motherfucking greedy bastard shareholders. Oh, they've accepted it. And 15 million then. He is a very, very good player, isn't he? He's a great player. Let me just see if there's anybody else that sticks out. I'm going to try and remove players from my shortlist as I go along. Okay. There's no one really. I mean, maybe Jonathan Woodgate, a fresh offer for Jonathan Woodgate. I'm not entirely sure. But let's put a 6 million bid in for Johnny Woodgate and see what we get. Okay, good signing there, Andy. As I said, I've been tracking him. I have injury prone 11 does worry me a little bit. I mean, obviously not that much, because I've got players with double-digit injury prone. But it's weird because when I use the real app, I can't comment, but the other one on the comment section doesn't work. Mate, I've no fucking clue. I've no clue at all, to be honest with you. But you're here. That's what counts. Let me know how you get on with that test, Mr. Dante. Right, okay, so let's see. We have got other people, I think, in mind. Now, I know Mark Whittaker suggested Daniel Bonero. I'm not sure about Bonero. I don't know if he's up to the. I've already wrote his thing. Do you know what? I wrote his thing, so I'm actually gonna make another bid for Bonero. I couldn't remember that I did that, to be honest with you. I would like another central defender. Hagen's gonna go. In reality, I want a defender / DMC. Okay, I'll try to see what he goes through. Chivu would be a great player to get. Injury prone 12. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Of course I don't. But he would be a good player. I think we all know Chivu is a solid player. And he's EU now. He's got a Spanish residency. Just in pre-season now with Southampton. Nicky Ferenko spoke to the media. And now... I love it. Who's that guy then? Soren Madsen. He's alright. Nice young goalkeeper there. Seth Johnson. Oh, so I'm thinking, why is it telling me about Seth Johnson? But it's because he's at Andy's team, isn't it? It's because he's at Andy's team. Yeah, so we've had a long discussion about tactics, me and Andy. My plan, in respect of field tactics, it's going to be as is. I don't really plan to come away from that. Why would I? You know, why would I? I think it's all about, you know, it's all about how you have to go from game to game. You know, Zambrotta's got to be on for one of my players. I think Sigalko will get player of the season. There's no doubt about that. But Zambrotta, for me, 21 assists. He's been fucking superb. He really has. But I do feel really, the Slovakian we brought, not the Slovakian, sorry. Who was that guy? Was it a Swede or a Finn? A Finn, yeah. I mean, he's done really well. 15, I can't grumble with that. Cannot grumble. I just feel that I need another winger. I need a little bit more competition. So we'll see. We'll see what else pops up. I just feel maybe defence, you know, with the Biscan injury, the constant Biscan injury, maybe a forward as well. Brozek and Maido, don't get me wrong, have been absolutely superb. Maido, that you see, 19 involvements. Brozek, 34 involvements. I'll tell you what else I think, right? Do you remember me telling you about how some forwards appear as a filtered midfielder as well as a forward and some don't? A bit like that Slovak winger I've got. Well, those two forwards that I've mentioned there, Brozak does not appear as a midfielder, but Maido does. Now, I know why that is. It's because it's in the editor, I believe. But even so, it just seems a little bit weird that the attacking midfield forward doesn't appear on the forwards. But either way, I think, right, because they both... I suppose Maido's a bit like more of a defensive forward. Brozek's more of an attacking forward, if that even makes any fucking sense. And maybe that's what's worked between them, so to speak. Now, the downside, of course, is that they're both non-EUs. Mikey, looking for a good right winger. I have Bowyer, so need a competent... a right winger. Well, mate, do you know what? Why don't you go and look for Zambrotta if he's an option, or I don't know if he's in the game at the start. Yeah, he is. Yeah, of course he is. So, mate, this guy. Now, I was sceptical because of his position, defensive midfield / forward. I was thinking a little bit, you know. Iker Biscan's back in training again. I mean, he's 29, so he's not exactly old, is he? I'm going to try a different physio report. No concerns. No concerns for Biscan. Let me just check that. Have to keep an eye on my messages. You're going to have to wait. Okay. So they rejected the Woodgate. I just want to check Woodgate. Just want to really just add up his attributes really quickly. So his tackling, consistent in positioning. 34, 54 for the first set, which is yeah, that's the guy, Dante. That's the guy. And his jumping, bravery, marking. Jumping, bravery, marking. Yeah, I'm gonna make a fresh approach for Jonathan Woodgate. I think he's got the credentials I really want, and I don't know. I know he's not been great. Well, he's not been too bad, but he's got a good injury. Well, a good injury prone, if that makes sense. Yeah, definitely worth a shot, Dante. Definitely worth a shot. John Welsh. I know Andy's a big fan of John Welsh. I don't know if he's thought about making a bid. I do like John Welsh. I think that years and years back, I remember he was a £50 million player. My brother will agree. He can load up as a 50 million. Marking, I mean, decisions and marking. Decisions and influence are great. I'm not sure his best position. Best position, possibly a defensive midfielder. I'm actually going to make a cheeky bid for him, I feel. I don't want to go over the top with him, though, because I don't think the attributes that I'm referring to, he's going to be more of a defensive midfielder. And I do want one, because I am going to be looking to offload Hagen now. Is Welsh a winger? No, he's not really. Yeah, sorry, your comments come in probably... You wrote that comment probably after I said what I said. He is more of a natural DMC, I feel. Maybe fullback, definitely not a winger, but I would use him. Well, I probably wouldn't even start him, to be honest with you. But I would only be using him as a DMC backup. Right now, Yakubu, right? I think Yakubu is a great player, but I don't know. I don't think he's interested in me. It don't look like he is. Let's just. Let me just do that. I'm pretty certain I've got him on my shortlist. There he is. He's not interested in me. And he's got Dutch nationality now, which makes a lot of difference. I don't think he's turned out as good as what he has done over the years. I don't really think. Let's just check this. See if we've got... Oh, what we got there? He's got a 6 million release clause. He ain't good enough, is he? He's not good enough. I'd rather just pay the extra 4 or 5 million if need be and try and get Jonathan Woodgate. I am going to remove him, though. Let us have a look at strikers then. Jonathan Black, we did look at him, didn't we? Van den Maed, we've got an offer in for Van den Maed. Fernando Torres, an 8 million release clause is interesting. Off the ball, pace. See, I mean, the attributes, I mean, we all know that Anelka, what the problem is with Anelka, he's just a complete fucking wanker. Off the ball finishing and heading. His heading's a little bit questionable. Dribbling 15. Do you know what? I don't desperately need him. You know, he's very, very young, isn't he? But now that's interesting. He's out of contract next season. Now that's very interesting. Will be interesting to see. I don't really feel we're going to need a striker. I think with Luca Toni, the old Mark Hughes regen guy coming in, some of these guys can actually go off my shortlist now. They can all go. I will keep an eye on Forsell though. We've got to keep an eye on him. Tommy Oren, don't even know why he's there. Although he's alright, isn't he? Tommy Oren is actually alright. You've just bought who? Who you just bought? I've just bought... Oh! Diego Quintana. The name rings a bell, to be honest with you. Let me go check him, shall we? Let's have a look. Well, he's at West Bromwich Albion. Now, I've got to be honest with you, right? I fucking like him. And bidded for right, he's 60k, you fucking but. Now, I like this Diego Quintana. I thought it rung a bell. Oh, did Andy have him? Let me just match up his attributes. Dribbling, creativity, off the ball. 13, 30. So 47 for off the ball. Finishing, pace and passing. It's 52. Look at, 30 involvements. I'm going to have to put in a bid, aren't I? I'm going to have to chuck in a 5 million bid. What was I say? His regen gets insane. That's how I found it. Excuse me. Yeah, it's good call. Good call if I can get him. He's 29. He's 29 years of age, which, look at Zambrotta last season, right? You've only got to look at Zambrotta to think it's worth it sometimes. It really is worth it. And I feel that I need a right winger. I feel that's what I need. Ideally, and I think that Quintana is perfect, a winger who can play either side. Let me just check that is the case. And he's right-footed, but I can deal with that. Something got retracted there, Mr. Dante. Simawa. Okay, let's have a look. Who's he play for? It's not him. It's not him. Fucking hell. Brock. Ah, it's him, innit? Again, I like him. Did well last season, didn't he? He's had a couple of injuries this season. To be honest with you, right, I'm a little bit reluctant. And I'll tell you why. He's got this season that's just gone. He's been injured in a match 3 times. And that includes a 3-month injury. Sorry, yeah, that's right. And so I'll keep an eye on him. And that really, I think... Did he move from Benfica, I take it? Yeah, he moved from Benfica. That's my only concern about him. Okay, who's this guy then? Have I got him on my short? No, I haven't. Don't even know why it's telling me. They've rejected it. Okay. Okay, I do like, it's not the greatest for stream, as I said, but I do like this time of the year when it's all about, it's business, isn't it? It's all about the business. I might offload is it Juanma? 97. I need to check these, right? See what he's at now. See if he's gone up on his what I associate as his key attributes, which incidentally I've raised to 9 attributes. Well, he had to get that, didn't he? He fucking had to get that. Van der Meijden rejected. I'm unsure about Van der Meijden, in all honesty, so he can fuck himself. As I said, Jonas London, I'm likely to get rid of Jonas London. I think that's going to be the plan of action. Jonas London will be leaving. Tom, I don't know. I don't know if Tom can really cut it. Tom, I'm not sure, but definitely London's going to go. Hagen's going to go. Who was the other guy that's out of contract at the end of this season? It's Dean Williams, isn't it? So I'm not worried about Dean Williams. Luca Toni, I don't really want to give him a new contract, if I can help it. He's still got 2 years left on his deal, so, but he'll be 31 by the time his contract... No, he won't. He'll be 32. Right, okay. I think, he's 29, 26 involvements. This would mean Zambrotta would move over to the right. Essentially, at least to start off with, anyway. Oh man, come on! I'm not. There's absolutely no. And do you know what? Have I got someone on 110 grand a week? I can't remember. Do you know what? I didn't think I did. Absolutely not. Absolutely no fucking way am I offering you 110 grand a week. I will give you a relegation release clause, but you're getting 90 grand a week, and that's it. He's priced himself out of a move. He's not even interested in me, is he? That's the thing. That's why. No, he's not interested in me. What a wank. Oh, yes, he is. You see, this really bugs me. It really fucking bugs me because he's actually interested in me, Dante. He's interested in me, but then it says, and I think if now I see he's interested in me, I think he'd agree terms if I offer him 110. But the money isn't plain sailing. Talking of money, oh man, Andy, he had the luck of the draw here because he got another injection. Now, if anyone's ever seen this, I've got a screenshot of it. He had Andy, remind me, a new sponsorship have invested £26.5 million. I've seen investments, but never seen it. Do you know what I mean? How bizarre was that? I've just seen you got a message there, so I'm going to have a look at that in a minute. I'm going to give him a goal bonus. And we'll see. Yeah, Crystal Palace, yes! Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Mark Gayboy, Gooey, is going to want to leave now. I mean, I don't mind Palace, to be honest with you. I don't mind them, but I do like the FA Cup. It meant more to me seeing Forest lose, though. Fuck me, that meant so much more to me. Because I hate Forest with an absolute... I hate Forest more than I hate Man City. Actually, Chelsea or Forest? That's a tricky one. Because I despise Chelsea. Oh, my God. I've just given myself a real tough one there. Chelsea or Forest. They're different ends, aren't they? They're different ends. I hate them for different reasons, really. Yeah, the holders, exactly. And they've done so well. And I think they were shit on not to be in the Europa League, to be honest with you. Because of the ownership bollocks. So I do feel for them. If I was their manager, I'd fuck off to Man United. But I don't think it will. Because he tends to play the same formation as what Amaron's been playing. My teams I hate are right. Well, I'm intrigued about this one, Dante. As to what teams you do hate. Man United, rivals to my childhood. You're Arsenal, aren't you? So you're going to say Spurs. You've got to be saying Spurs. Come on. You've already wrote it. There's a bit of a delay. Let me see Spurs. You've got to be hating Spurs. Bonero rejected. Okay, well, let's put in another offer for Bonero. 6 million. I think we need to make some fresh bids. Spurs, yeah, of course. I knew you'd say it, which moves it over. Spurs, but not my... Spurs. But not my rival. They're not. They've always been in the shadows of Arsenal, haven't they? But I'll tell you what, I've got something for you, Dante, to do with Arsenal, right? So I watched the highlights, right? Now, I don't support anybody specific, right? As I've said this numerous times. I'm more of a critique, right? What the fuck was Martinelli all about the other day? What an absolute bastard, Martinelli. You know what, right? I'm not Liverpool's biggest fan. I don't mind Liverpool. I don't like Isak. I think he's a cunt and how Liverpool did that. But, right, Martinelli, I felt for Isak. I felt for Conor Bradley. You could see, and it's so ironic, because I thought something, and then I read it. Roy Keane says it's disgraceful. That happened to me once, and we all know what he's talking about. He's talking about the thing with Haaland Senior. Media bums, them and their fans never get called out for being... Well, do you know what? I'll happily say pros and cons of every team. If I'm really honest with you, City, they would be nothing without... No, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing about Man City with the money. You're absolutely right. But let's be honest though, right? Let's be really honest. If you're Arsenal, and at the time... They took the owners took over Man City, and it was Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, you wouldn't give a shit. Everybody look at Wrexham. Look at Wrexham. I mean, I've got to give credit where it's due to Wrexham and to what's his name, Ryan Reynolds. But my issue with Liverpool, right? My biggest issue with Liverpool, my only real issue with Liverpool, to be honest with you, is how they pursued Isak and how they continue to pursue him after he refused to train. After what happened with Coutinho and how he the way he shit on them to get a move out of Liverpool, they then did it. I think Isaac's a complete cunt, and there is justice with his broken leg. So I think he's an absolute bastard. I really do. I don't agree with Robertson not starting. People say he can't play 90 minutes. I disagree. I think Robertson is a quality player. I really do. And I think that if he'd been playing more this season, he hasn't really been injured, they could have got more from it. They're already weak on the right side. I don't think Frimpong's an inside forward. But you know what? Well, the Martinelli thing never bugged me. It's just wanting to win. Players are fake injuries so much over the decades. Players don't know. Yeah, no. I guess that. I totally get what you're saying there. And he probably thought, oh, fuck off, yeah, this minutes ago. I get that. But it still don't excuse it. Do you know what I mean? It's still... Because, like you said, Mark Vivian Foe, what if somebody saw... what if Bradley had swallowed his tongue there? Right? And you've got Martinelli throwing the ball at him. This is my point, you know. And that's the sort of, you know what, I always use Roy Keane as a good example. You want Roy Keane as your captain coming to your aid at that point. Right, I'm going to offer him 100 grand, final offer. After that, go fuck yourself. I get wanting to win. I do totally get it. My issue with Arsenal, right, now firstly, Arsenal are a pleasure to watch. They are really a pleasure to watch. Now, I know Andy's full-time Liverpool, so he'll probably be saying, fuck Arsenal. But Arsenal are a pleasure to watch, right? But my issue with Arsenal, and I have said this before, is Arteta should never have got that job. He had no credentials. And I'm fed up, right, with people saying, oh, but he was trained by Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola II. He had no credentials. He should not have got that job. And what's he done since he took over Arsenal? What, 1 FA Cup? 2 FA Cups? You know... So for me, it's not justified. Yes, I'm not disputing that they are joy to watch. I think Saka is great. I think Rice is great. Odegaard, I think is great. Saliba is great. I like Timber. I didn't like the way they shit on Aaron Ramsdale. I thought that was absolutely disgusting. I don't agree with Premiership teams having players on loan, and that's how they got... who was it they got? Raya, weren't it? They got Raya on loan. I don't agree with Premiership teams. Top flight teams should not be taking players on loan. So Rashford should not be on, and so on and so on. I have WhatsApp messages from 2020 not wanting... Oh, really? That's fine. You know, that's just my view. And he's always... I mean, all managers are doing this, but he's always fucking whinging and got excuses. And it really winds me up. You know, it really fucks me off. So give me a team and I'll give you pros and cons, right? I'll try to. Don't ask me to say... Don't do Forest or Chelsea, because I've got nothing positive to say about any of those wankers. Okay, let me finish my tea. I feel that this stream is more of a podcast. It's more of a podcast. I don't know. You know what? I really want... I want the winger. I want a winger and... Shit, who was... Oh, fuck. Who was that winger? Quintana, weren't it? Okay, let's put in another bid then for Quintana. He's unhappy, which is good to see. I can see a message has just come through, but we'll get to that in a second. Wharton rejected my approach. He didn't want to talk. Ah, well... It happens, don't it? It's funny, right? If someone's not interested in you, sometimes they just reject you outright. But sometimes they still talk. And that's how I got Chiotos in this game. What's that? Right, well, this is interesting because last year I sold Abgar Barsam to Man United purely because I didn't think that he would be effective for them. And they came back with an 8 million and I took it. 704, I'll wait till Xmas. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let me see. I mean, Andy Morris has been on loan and he's had a good loan spell at Ayr. He was on my school search. I don't know. He's got a good contract. Let's see if we can extract something out of Man United. I don't think we're going to get much, are we? We're not going to get anything out of Man United. There's nothing... I like him. So who's that? Let's just put that in for a minute. I like the look of him. Yeah, I do like the look of him. Only 18. Is he... Right, okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. You give me 5.25 plus that player, and we will talk. We will talk. Okay. See, wait till Xmas. What I would do is, you've got him on your shortlist, right? And I would write a note on his shortlist, like 60 grand accepted, and then put your shortlist, something like that. So every time, right, you can see if he's interested in you. Do you know what I mean? Like Robert's about 31, 32. Hang on a minute, what's that? That has to be the ex-Newcastle guy. Are you on about Laurent Robert? Sorry, what was you talking about there when you said that has to be... Yeah, Laurent Robert. He's still in the game. What was you talking about there? Oh, wow! Wow! I think we've got to take it, haven't we? I think, it's 100 grand a week. I mean, we're tripling his wage, aren't we? We're tripling his wage. 18 assists last season. An attacking midfielder at Man United. Robert, sorry. Robert was only a left winger. He's only a left winger, Laurent Robert. But I think also Robert's still in the game anyway. I've not got a fucking clue who that Man United guy... Look. Shit, yeah. No, we're talking about you dickhead. Yeah, there's Laurent Robert. I knew Laurent Robert weren't central. I've not got the foggiest who that guy is from Man United. If anybody else has got any ideas, who is he a regen of? Who's French? Hang on, what's his name? Fuck! Is it Dugarry? No, it's not Dugarry, is it? Christophe Dugarry? Could it be? I don't think he's attacking midfield, forward, left centre though, is he? Okay. Another question really begs, I'm sure this question's begged to a lot. He still looked good. I didn't actually realise he was on a free, to be honest with you. Did not realise he was on a free transfer. But he's 32. I don't know about Ginola. Ginola, is he central? I don't know if Ginola said it. Could be. My issue with Laurent Robert is this. I mean, look, last season alone, right? If you go from here, from the 15th of August, injured 3 times in training, once in a match, and that ain't going to get any better, So, it could be Djurkaeff. It could well be I didn't think of Djurkaeff, to be honest with you. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? This is interesting. Arsenal have weighed in for Andy Morris, who I'm probably going to sell. Who I probably will sell now. He's going to get unhappy. Maybe you're right then, Dante. Maybe you are right. Let's see if Arsenal can offer me anything. Oh, now. Is he not a you? He would be. Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry. Jermaine Defoe. Come on. Let's throw Defoe in. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Taribo West. I'm going to go for Jermaine Defoe. I feel that Defoe, apart from his jumping... Right, okay. Go on then. Let's try and get Defoe. I'll tell you what we'll do, right? We're gonna be really fucking cuntish here, aren't we? We're gonna ask for 3 players. Now they're not gonna give us all 3. Of course they're not gonna give shit. Let me do that. All those. No. Fuck Steve Malbrunk. He's got. Fuck Steve Malbrunk. Do you know what? That's what. Let's see what they do. Mikey, is Frey worth buying? Last few saves he's been shit. I think he went at the start of last season. Funnily enough, I think Andy was in for him for 8.5 million. So I'm sure he went. He's all right, but the problem for me is how Chiotis has gone in this game is just fucking out this world, isn't it? Konstantinidis, you on about that one at Arsenal? Is that what you're talking about? The one at Arsenal? I thought Arsenal. You mean him? Right. Okay. 8 million. I mean, I want wingers, don't I? I want wingers. So he's going to cost me 8 million. We could essentially get them both. How old? I am actually going to offer him, though, an additional year on that. Lauren, right, Rofan's arrived. Okay. I know it's a big one. It's a, you know what? As I said, you know, we brought in, oh, right, Chris Thomas has arrived on a Bosman. We brought in, Zambrotta last season, so we can't really grumble. And as I said, you know, in terms of the wingers, I may offload Lurlin. I think I will, to be honest with you. Oh, he's old. I was thinking of... Oh, you're on about... Is it Constantinio? Is that who you're talking about? Is it Constantinio? Something like that? I did have him, who you're talking about. I think that's who you're... You're on about him, aren't you? But because my strikers are... Oh, fuck you then. I do feel I'm going to need a defender, though. We are going to need a defender. There's no doubt about it. Oh... oh man, you've come back. Okay. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather accept that. I am actually happy to accept 8.75. I'd rather him go to Arsenal. I would certainly rather him go to Arsenal. But we'll see. We'll see. Morris can go. I mean, if I'm going to cash in on Morris, you know, particularly because with Brian Wingers in, we're going to bring in two. With Zambrotta, Kozak's still a decent winger. Kozak's still a good backup winger, and he's non-EU, so, and he's not younger. Denilson might get a bit more game time this season. Bornero's agreed, and that's interesting. Daniel Bornero. Okay, I'm happy with that. £6 million for Bornero. That's a great call. Tony Adams regen. That is an absolute great call. I actually forgot about him. And I'm guessing Martin Keown regen might be about as well. Don't know how good he'll be. Yeah, well, you can go. Fulham of... Right, okay. Okay, he's got a contract for 5 years. Do you know what? I don't ever get... I think there was a lot of flaws, weren't there? So, let's see if they'll come back then. I can only offer a 3-month loan. Right, okay. We'll let them take it. Okay, so Arsenal are offering me $1 million less than Man United. $1 million is $1 million, so the answer is no to that. Ideally, I do want... in fact, let me just go back to Man United a minute. He's got to be interested in me, surely. And I do stress that if I'm able to get this guy, then I would probably pull out one of those other wingers, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't done well. He's only 18, right? But I think he's got some great attributes going forward. One of the things, I think, which is very, very flawed in this game is the youth academy side of things. Now, it says here that we need major investment. We've asked for one and we should get it. So I've got to take that into account with regards money. I really have got to take it into account. Colin Hendry, that's another great call, that is. Let's just take a look now. You said English defenders, didn't you? We'll do that. And it's going to be very difficult to find... So Paul Reed, I think I had Paul Reed, didn't I? Do you remember, Andy? We did have Paul Reed. We had him on loan. Then we... it's going to be very, very difficult to find him just like that. Is he... No, that's... I don't know. Man, it's going to be very, very difficult. Let's see if we can find him. No, well, it's not him, is it? He's going to be just a straight defender, isn't he? I don't know what his balanced bravery flair is. To be honest with you, I've no clue what his balanced bravery flair is to be able to know what I'm looking for. I've got it wrote down somewhere. Right, Jonathan Woodgate. I would take Woodgate. I mean, yeah, Adams' regen might have already regened and gone above 21 years of age, in all fairness. So maybe that weren't the best way, but I could be here for ages. I'm pretty certain I've got a load of ODB stuff with his Balance, Bravery, Flair, which will make it... But the problem about looking for someone's regen specific is you then raise expectations of that player. You know, you look for him and you think, right, that's all I want, and he just don't do it, and you end up giving him extra game time, thinking he might turn into that player, and it don't happen. Oh, do you? Do you have it? Oh, fire him over. And bear in mind, you know, in respect of when you're looking for a regen on attributes, unless someone's going to use a third-party program, which, as you know, is a sore subject, you can't really use a filter. Balance 11, Flair... Right, okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do that. So you say balance 5, but it's going to be minimum 5, obviously. Flair 11, and Bravery 20, that would help things. Right, you see, he's not there. He's not there, so... Let's have a look if there's any... There's no defensive mid... But he... You know, the problem about that... Fucking hang on, what am I doing, dickhead? Hang on, start that again. No. Balance 5, Flair... Hang on, for fuck's sake, Mike. Yeah, fuck's sake, I'd lose my fucking head, wouldn't I? Let me just start that again. Fuck's sake. Balance 11. Flair 5. And Bravery 20. Right, okay, so we've got a few to go through here. So we know it's not going to be... It's going to be a differential sender. Don't think it's Philip Maguire. Not him. Not him. Didn't even put English, did I? No. It's got to be him, isn't it? And the funny thing is, I'd already added him to my shortlist. It's got to be him, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure, but it ticks a lot of the boxes, doesn't it? It really does tick a lot of the boxes. Right, let's just do that. Okay, yeah, in fact, no, nobody else. Okay, good call, great call. I think that's him. I think, yeah, I think that looks like him. I mean, it might not be, but that's the only one that fits into that criteria, and that was without the 0 to 21, because he might be 22. So if I put that criteria in, Gary Johnson, hello mate, how you doing? How you diddling, Gary? All good? I'm surprised YouTube let you write hello ladies. Surprised it hasn't fucking told you off. Fucking hell, you can't seem to say anything on YouTube, can you? Morris has agreed. I'm going to take it, you know. And this is interesting because Morris will leave for Man United. You could argue, why am I saying to Man United? Morris has not done fuck all for me when he's played. But that money might tip the scales for me to get Woodgate. Right, they've come back. They're offering him the full wages. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, so here we go again then. 13 million for Woodgate. It is a dangerous one. Hey, Gaza's a good idea. So what's Gaza's thing? Right, okay. So this is our next, right, our next wingers arriving. We're going to take them both. I think, you know, they're 29. And I think 8 million is a good deal. Oh, they've cancelled it. Fuck you. Okay, so the defence is going to have to wait. The defence is going to have to wait. There's no doubt about that. Just sticking back in the resis for the minute. Angelov as well. Tonton Zola Makuku. You can stay seniors and fight for a place. Okay, Gerard Doolan, you can go to the resis as well. Let's just do my training just for real quickly. Angelov can go over there. Okay, so we've got 7 players over there. Tontonzolo, Makuku can come over here. But what I am going to do very, very quickly... Oh, Bonero's arrived, of course. I forgot about Bonero. So we are going to bring in... And Lerling can go there. Jonas London can go there. And they'll fight. They'll fight for a place. I have Gaz's regen. What's Gaz's attribute things? Hang on. I just want to make sure we've got save on. Sometimes I have a mind blank. Have I seen it save yet? I always have the weekly save on. Then when we... Right, 1 minute. As soon as I've just checked the save thing, make sure we're safe. Yeah, there you go. Right, okay. Let me just check that that's weekly, because I just get sceptical. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so Gascoigne, he's a midfield centre, isn't he, Gascoigne? So midfield centre. So, balance 13. Flair 18. Bravery 13. They do change though. They do sometimes alter as Gary will agree. No, he's not there. Definitely 13, 18, 13. Yeah. Okay. You'd think right, Gazzo's dead, but if he's at a shitty little team, he won't appear on that. I'm actually considering selling Tonton. I don't think Tonton's going to make it for me. I'm just thinking, you know, in terms of the attacking midfielders, Tonton's going to struggle. So yeah, I think that's what we might have to do. Now I'm obviously looking to cash in on all 4 of these guys. In terms of forwards, I've got no plans to cash in on any of these guys. Maybe, but just maybe, I'm going to bring a forward in. See, it's a non-EU. The non-EU's so shit for me sometimes, isn't it? It really is. Fucking bastard. Let me just check my phone. Sorry, Gary, I'm just reading your message. Never heard of that guy. Never heard of that guy at all. Never heard of him at all, what you've just sent me. And we've got a text message there as well. Right, okay. Okay, so I've not got the money here, have I? I don't think I've got the money here, have I? No. So we just need to remember how much was offered there. What was it, 12 million? 13... Oh, fuck. So... Let's just check something a minute. Where's... Why is he there? Oh, fucking twat. Right, okay, that's better. So plenty of options now then. And of course, Denilson can also support as a forward, if need be. That guy's popping up everywhere, mate. How do you mean, popping up? You mean in respect of all the groups? Your best bet is to search 0 to 20, set pieces 20. Okay, you mean what for? I don't really want a winger now. I don't really want a winger at all. Who's that guy? That's got to be Romario, isn't it? I'm pretty certain that's why he's on my shortlist. I think that's Romario. Because I know forward centre, 20 Flair. I think he's 11-11. No, 12, 11 or 12, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I think that's Romario. He's on all the group. Is he really? Makes you wonder, don't it, Gary? It's an interesting one. We're going to have to do it if we want him. If we want him bad enough, we're going to have to offer him 35 grand a week to get that guy. I think that's Romario regen. I'm not offering him no more than 35. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, but a regen, the set pieces, changes. Everything changes. The only thing that remotely will stay are the 3 that you mentioned. But we'll check it. Stop your fucking crying. That could be him, but that don't tie in with what you said. You said 13, 18, 13. It's got to be him, isn't it? Look, right, I'm thinking, right, look. So, balance, bravery, flair. So that's 13 and a 10 for bravery. I don't know, Dante. Probably because I think it's from previous streams. I think that's got to be him, isn't it, Dante? Don't you think? Surely that's Gaza. Oh, I wrote on him. Tracking. Yeah, no worries, Gary. No worries. That's in. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Let's just check into the others. Assuming so, I wasn't 100% sure. Elliot, I've just looked at Elliot, and did I look at Elliot? Michael Elliott. Yeah. It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be him. But the bravery is 10. Yeah, exactly. So that tells me, right, okay, yeah, that's fine. You've gone. What I was going to say is right, and I'm sure this question has gone to a lot of people. Is what's the plan of action going forward for us? Really? Does set pieces remain the same then? Oh, do you know what? I never knew that. I fucking never knew that. That's a really interesting concept. Jobs and stuff. I don't think Andy's going anywhere from Liverpool, to be honest with you. For me, I think it's a good time for me to leave because of the reputation side of things. Particularly the European reputation. But I'm going to want to go to a country with a solid foundation, so to speak. You see, this makes me laugh, right? These awards, right? We'll have the Footballer of the Year soon, won't we? And don't tell me that Sigalko shouldn't get it. That is based, I believe, on the reputation of a player. And a player don't build a reputation to as high as what they start from the likes of Kluivert and stuff like that. Does the region of Kluivert start with a high reputation? Player reputation. It's fucking ridiculous. So I'm feeling, right, that I might... Yeah, Tontonzo, I'm going to actually now transfer list the lot. He's already wanted, so Chelsea hopefully will come in. Anthony Lerland is 3.9. Arsenal, Jonas London. Let's try and get some offers in. Rosenborg, just on Gaza on my save. Players like Beckham have 20. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that one, Dante. You might need to remind me. It's a good concept. Okay, so our money. I still want to get. I still like to get Jonathan Woodgate, if I'm honest. I still feel we need that extra defender. Shit, that's what I was going to do. Hagen, I want to go. And I'm looking maybe at one of these other defenders. I'm half tempted on Biscan. I really am half. He's been injured, and I just feel I might be able to cash in on Biscan. In fact, I've just made a decision. Biscan can go. I just feel right. I could utilise that money. I really could. And you know what, right? If he's going to be injured, I missed him so much last season, and we achieved a lot. So let's see then if Biscan and Hagen can go. Let's see. Jeffers on the move. Franny Jeffers is available for £2.5 million. Hagen put for sale. Biscan. Okay, we knew that was going to happen, didn't we? We knew this was likely to happen. They've weighed in. We've got bids all over here. Okay, so this is important here because I'm now going to look in Germany. I would rather him go completely. I'm not going to sell him over here. I'm not going to... No, for the simple reason, they've already got a lot of deals going. Yeah, they've got a lot of deals going already. So, Arsenal, I'm assuming Arsenal have got money. Yeah, they've got money. Arsenal will have money. And who's the other team? Nantes. They're rich. Okay, that's good to know. They're rich. Let's just have a look at their future. Right, okay. So I'm going to take the Nantes deal. Arsenal, I'm going to ask for more. Arsenal, I'm going to, let's be cheeky then. Let's see if they'll come back with Requelp. I don't think... I've got to be careful, obviously. Biscan, 8 million. I paid 18 for him. 70 games. But, if you look at, 80 games. If you look at what he's done, the injuries has just been, they've been outrageous. They really have. Hagen, right, you can go for £1 million, Hagen. Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to be honest here, Andy. I'm going to want more money. If I'm going to sell him to my rival, I'm going to look to extract more money, Andy. As I'm sure you would if it was the other way around, when it was a similar sort of thing with, what's his name, last season. Have you still got Vialli? Not that I think I'd want Vialli now. Let's just have a look if Andy has got anything of interest. Mulroney's right, decent. I bet I look at a player and Andy's like, no fucking chance. No fucking chance. Nah, you're not going to be interested in selling me any of this, are you, Andy? Let's be honest. I like him. I like Steve Thompson, to be honest with you. He hasn't got the aggression that I would want in a DMC. Tackling, aggression and positioning. He only pay, yeah, and I'm maybe not on that. Pinardi, don't really need. It's a tricky one. I'll tell you what I'll do, Andy. And I'm sorry, I don't want you to think I'm being a cunt here, but I'm playing this. You know, it would be. I have this keeper I bought ages ago, but think he's on one of those players that have high stats but perform shit. Yeah, I'll have a look at him in a second. But do you know what? That can happen. Andy, I'll put the deal at 15 million. If you come back with 15 million. Obviously, Arsenal might come back with... Oh, you're fucking tempting me now, aren't you? You are tempting me now. You are tempting me, Andy. Okay, Andy, I'll make you a deal. I will take the 12.5. I will pend the Arsenal negotiation. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with that? Okay. I will remove the non-deal because I can always go back to Arsenal or the Germans and accept their 8 million offer. This will give a little bit of time for us to come back because obviously I want to extract, of course I do, I want to extract money. This goes back to something I said before about how we've all got different opinions and perspectives of players. You know, Andy feels he can get something different from Biscan that I've maybe struggled with. I've really struggled with him, and I was really pleased to have bought him. I almost landed Beckham, and then the deal fell through because Milan came in. I ended up getting Biscan. We'll see, Andy. In fact, Andy, yeah, this is perfect timing if that deal goes through because I want this update shit to go first because of the money. You know what the fucking shareholders are like. They're thieving motherfuckers. I just, you know, I'm really struggling with Igor Biscan, and it could be a number of things, right? It could be, maybe it could be my tactics. That, I don't know, maybe he struggles in my tactics. It could be my training, because you know I've got my own training set up. So, you know, and at the end of the day, I feel that maybe it's... Right, hang on, what have we got going on here? Oh, that's the Romario regen, isn't it? Okay, so it's a non-EU, and it's not going to cost us anything. Okay, there you go. There you see it again. There you see it again. Absolute fucking ridiculous, isn't it? I wonder now, right, that's 3 years in a row that that's happened. Fucking stupid cunts. Yeah. Right, let me just check now then. So it actually says it here. Says it here, but it did say it there before, but then it disappeared. But it does say top facilities plus youth academy now. Now the question is now, that was the main question, is what was my money like? 24.7. We should still have some TV money to come in yet though, shouldn't we? Okay. Okay, that's that. I do want Jonas London to go. I'm going to actually lower his value. Half price sale for Jonas London, if anybody's interested. Yeah, go to Denmark. Lurlin, I'm going to lower him down to 2 million. I want to offload these guys. Still Arsenal. Tom, Chelsea. His auto value's gone up a little bit, hasn't it? So we're going to offer him out for 3.5. Still Chelsea. Okay, we've got another update to go through. Okay. It's almost like, with certain players, like, there's a player that I would want to get, because I've always had good, responses from him, that Andy might think, no, I don't have anything from him, and I would buy him. And maybe it's the same with Igor Biscan, I don't know. Right, so there's a 12 million. They want, okay, we knew that was... Brighton sacked their manager. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to just remove him off my shot. Do you know what, actually? He's not that bad. Magni Josef. Right, okay. Well, that's sorted Arsenal out then. So we're... No, they've gone. They've gone. So I'll tell you what. He's yours for 12.5 then. He's yours for 12.5, and it could bite me on the arse. I sold Barsom to Man United last season. I've sold Morris to Man United this season. Okay, there's confirmation. Super Cup draw, of course. Liverpool will play Crystal Palace in the Super Cup. Having won the Champions League and Andy winning the UEFA Cup, we will clash heads, and I think we'll probably clash more than once, twice, 3 times during next season. Biscan's agreed terms. £12.5 million. It's funny, really, because Andy could probably go and get Woodgate, but he doesn't like Woodgate for whatever reason. There's probably a reason that he doesn't want Woodgate. Where's Johnny Woodgate gone to? Oh, this is brutal, isn't it? You're telling me he's not... You're telling me he's not interested. That is harsh, isn't it? What a fucking bastard. You're telling me that Jonathan Woodgate is no longer interested in me. What a cunt. What an absolute bastard, Features. Okay, it's not a massive issue. It's not a massive issue. Yeah, Biscan's gone. Okay. And it arms us. It does arm us a lot. But we will make a fresh bid then for Kevin Hoffland. And I'm going to whack in 17.5. I think Hoffland would be a great signing. Agahoa, I'd like... Oh, do you know what? I was looking at Agahoa and I thought, nah, I don't want the non-EU. But actually, do you know what? It's not as good as I thought. Just dare put a cheeky bid in there, over there. We'll put in a bid for this, what we believe is Tony Adams regen. If it is Tony Adams regen. Andy, don't know if it's at Fenny, you're more than welcome to go for Ian Allen, because I wouldn't have found him... well, I know I had him on the shortlist already, but I wouldn't have known who he was if it weren't for the guy, so mate, feel free. Sorry, Dante, you were saying, weren't you? Right, you were talking about a goalkeeper. The Argentine goalkeeper. He's alright, he's okay. He's a non-EU, which I don't like. But yeah, he looks alright, looks pretty decent. We've got Argentina open, so he's not really been prolific, which would obviously is a major concern. Now, interestingly, I said about DMCs, didn't I? Now, this is interesting because whilst Chris Thomas, the Mark Hughes regen, whilst naturally he's a striker, he could essentially play as an emergency DMC. I'm not going to be using him for that. I'm going to be using him predominantly as a backup striker, so to speak. Where's those other guys that I want to get rid of? Nobody. Listed. Still got a few over there. Debsky. Okay. Don't think he's making it, is he? He's not going to make it. Debsky. So we're going to list him for 3 million. And hope we can maybe... I don't know if we'll be able to cash in. Let's just change that a minute. I've got a feeling. Yeah, I had a feeling that one of them was struggling. These, I don't know. I don't know about those youngsters. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. I think I said to Andy, I've got about an hour or so. Probably got about another 10 minutes left, Andy. Maybe ideally, Andy, if we can get to the 1st of July, if that can work. Now that is an interesting job offer. Not a job offer, but potential job. That is a very, very interesting one. AC Milan. Cool, they finished 5th last season, so they'll be in Europe. I'd like to know how much money they've got, if I'm really honest with you, but I don't know. This is not my patched version. Mike, can you look at Alessandro for place at America at the start of the game? Okay, let me go look at that player first. America MG. I might need some more from you, I'm afraid. I might need some more. Oh, no, there you go. Right, Alessandro, yeah? Right, well, he's not there at the minute, so we'll check on players out. Tell me if I miss him. There he is. He's not too bad. He's got a release clause. Did well there, didn't he? Yeah, he's not bad. He's not too bad at all. How long's he been in Germany? We'll keep an eye on him in case he gets nationality. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. I am going to put in an application for it. I think, I'll be honest with you, Andy's probably, I don't know what Andy's thinking. Andy might be thinking, for fuck's sake. Or he might be thinking, go on, fuck off and fucking leave cigar. You know, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I mean, I want to know, on my patched update, I've got my patches that you can see that how much AI I've got. Because ordinarily, you'd want to know how much money you can work with, but I haven't got that on the ODB. I think I could have it. But as it stands, I've got to be playing this as if I'm still Palace manager. And that is exactly what I wanted. Jonas London for £3 million. Celtic for £2 million. Learning they can both go. That leaves me with Tonton as my last player. Oh dear. You could argue also, you know, what more do I want to do at the Crystal Palace? I don't know, to be honest with you. Jonas Lindon's agreed, a £3 million move. Let's just have a look at something on the job information. Fuck me, there's lots of jobs, isn't there? We shall see. AC Milan does appeal to me. And you could probably, not argue, but you could certainly say that, you know, either of us, both me and Andy, Andy might have even got, I doubt he has, truth be told. That tells me I don't think I'll get it. You know what, if that was my name there, I'd be confident of getting it. But it does mean that the PSV job might come available. Which I'll probably... Oh, man. I didn't see this coming, to be honest with you. I did not see this coming at all. Gonna have to keep an eye on those jobs. Lerlin's agreed. Josef's agreed. Shane Tolley behind the striker. Or Shane Tolley. Yeah. Let's have a look at him. Forgot about him, to be honest with you. Yeah, he looks really good, don't he? I bet you he's been prolific. No, I got that totally wrong. Look at that, he's been awful. Mind you, he hasn't been starting. Look at that, 19 subs last season. But Shane Tolley, let me add him to the shortlist. I'm inclined for that one, Dante. I think the downside of going, right, and me and Andy had this discussion, is I agree with that as well, Dante. The downside of me leaving is this being a Heads Up Network game. It steers away from being able to battle against Andy, vice versa. That's the only downside. But sooner or later, one of us are going to have to go. And I did say, actually, I said it's going to be very difficult for us both to go. Where would I play who? Who are you talking about there? Shane Tolley, I probably wouldn't buy him. But he's a forward, so I'd play him behind my striker. His attributes are quite good to be an out-and-out. So it depends, really. I'd have to assess... I'd have to assess what I've got. I've got a feeling I'm not going to get this... oh, hang on. Do you know what? In order to get rid of him, Tonton can go. I don't like the idea of him going on 24 months instalments, but it is what it is. Let's just keep an eye on this. And Milan's still there. Peterborough United are still there. Mansfield are there. Oh. Okay, so Tonton's agreed. He's going to go on instalments, 24-month instalments, and that will do. Questions are asked now then. Will Milan come back to me? I think the PSV manager's going to get it. I think inevitably the PSV manager's going to get it. We've got to keep it, because it don't always tell you, does it? It's still there. It doesn't always tell you. And when me and Matt had the 100 season plus ODB, it was great because it was such a risk going, and we dotted around. I think we had several slots as Man United manager and other managers. But Dortmund and Bayern, you'll remember the Dortmund Bayern Munich rivalry. That was fucking great. Okay, 1st of July. I was going to say, can we save here, Andy? But we may as well save until that job offer comes or goes. I'm going to check something really quickly. I wanted to check that, to be honest. Right, so all the guys have gone. So we brought in Bonero. I do feel we might need another central defender. I don't feel we need a striker. No, I really don't think. I'm talking to myself here. I think we've got a very, very strong team. Just keep an eye on the job information. The Milan job is still there. I think we do still need to keep an eye on offers here and there. Agahawa, the offer's in for Agahawa. What do we really need? I don't know. Okay, Jamie Langford. Oh, Yakubu's interested in me now. That's quite an interesting one. But I want a defender / DMC, and he's not a defender. And I know he's not a defender, Yakubu. He's certainly more of a DMC. Well, Agaha rejected. Allen rejected. What to do? The Milan is still there. We're still looking at Milan. Because I don't know if it will tell me. Oh, there it is. There it is. I think we've got to take it, haven't we? I think the timing is right. We've got plenty of time for some business. And I think maybe, Andy, if you're okay, are we okay to save there? Are we right to save there? Do I dare check how much they've got in the bank? Do I dare? 60, 51 to spend. Okay, so we've got plenty of time. There's no point in it because I'm going to want to go through this completely. I know, to an extent, have I made a mistake? What about the rivalry? What do we do? And I think the worst part for Andy is that I bought those players at Palace. I bought those players. Yeah, Shevchenko is still there, so Shevchenko looks great. Shevchenko, I'll probably, where will I play him? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be using Koku. I'm not going to be using Koku, so I'm going to be looking to make some money out of Koku. Let's have a quick gander, particularly at their reserves before we look at that awful player. Before we save, let's just give him a new contract. See if there's anything of any interest. Yeah, some of these youngsters are just fucking awful. I found that it's always good to just go to the resis and just look for that unpredicted Andy to win the lot. Sagako will become shit. By the looks of it, then I'm going to be in the UEFA Cup. I'm assuming. Pazzi's a load of shit. Do you know what? The resis are absolutely fucking awful, aren't they? They are really fucking awful. You just hope, right, that there's just one resi, right, that you can do something with. Motta, I mean, Motta's fucking shit as well, but I think I better keep him for the moment. Because I don't know what the situation... I mean, look, again, he's fucking shit. I'll keep him for the moment because I might need a right winger. Just go through these and... it looks a little bit better than most. Bertoli. Romano. Again, he's I don't know. Amoruso. Yeah, fucking hell. They're all... Some of them are fucking awful, aren't they? Now, I like him. Has he just arrived? Why has he not got a new contract is fucking beyond me. It really is. This is what I like to check. Martinelli looks alright, don't he? Martinelli. Another one. He's not great, is he? But let's try and get him a new contract. Yeah, not bothered about him. Oh, we've got a few more here. Oh wow, we've got a nice striker there. He's a decent striker. Right, okay. We've got that Gattuso, whoever he is. We'll do contracts afterwards, I think. Mutu, that is the Mutu, isn't it? Stick him into the seniors for the moment. Mazzi, we said we'd keep Mazzi, didn't we? I like him. Well, do I? Right. Right, okay, so I think we'll leave it there then. Look at Andy. I think there's an element of Andy saying, oh, I can't believe he's done that. I think Andy will understand and probably appreciate from the timing perspective. Let me just look at the coefficients. The coefficients will tell me if I'm going to... I should be in Europe anyway. Hately or... give me a minute, Dante. Give me a minute. Well, it looks like I'll be in the UEFA Cup at least. So let's go back to that striker that we just saw. 16, 18, 19. 16 balance, 18 bravery, flair 19. Is Shearer's close to that by any chance? Or I couldn't even tell you what Hately's is. I don't even think I've got Hately's wrote down. I do like him though. Where did he even come from? See, he regened, right, in 05-06. So maybe Shearer. Because I think Hately probably would have done one season later. And he's regened as a freebie. Okay, that's it from me, guys. A big thanks, and we were recording this, weren't we? Of course we were. Big thanks to all you guys for interaction. Is it Shearer? Is it definitely Shearer? Dante. Big thanks to all you guys for interaction, particularly set pieces 20. I'll check the set pieces again in a minute. Let me just do a double save here. So is his set pieces? So I never knew set pieces remained. Okay. So big thanks to all you guys, particularly you, Mr. Dante, who you've been here pretty much from the fucking start. And we move on with the old timers. What can I say? Till next time, it's take it easy.